Check one. Check two. It's got to be live. It can only be live. Can we be live? We. There we are. Sing it with me. Welcome to the program. I'm loving the sound, man. I'm loving the sound out of this vintage keyboard. Listen to this thing. I want to put everybody in a trance. That's what I want to do. I want to make music that puts people in a fucking trance, right? So they stop thinking. Finally stop thinking. Welcome everybody to the program. How are you today? Mark Conti reporting on a variety of things today. I think Joe Biden's misstep right there. Big misstep by Joe Biden. I can't hear anything. Oh, there we are. Big misstep by Joe Biden. Joe Biden said the Hamas, they better shoot straight. They better learn how to shoot straight. It's like a fucking Western game about he's blaming Hamas. The Palestinians for blowing up their own hospital, just like like he blamed Russia for blowing up their pipeline, the Nord Stream 2 pipelines that got blown up by the U.S. and Britain. In the same vein, Joe Biden is saying that Hamas must learn how to shoot straight in war, because this is war and we have laws of war. You don't blow up innocent people, right? That's the laws of war, according to Joe Biden, while he turns around and blows up innocent people all the time. Every time. So we'll look at that. Jussie Smollett back in the news a little bit. I guess he's fresh out of rehab or something, but what an atrocity, right? That guy, one of the most notorious hate crimes of the modern day, where he claims, white guys fucking tied him up and put a noose around his neck and threw shit and piss on him and called him a homo negro, whatever, right? He made the whole story up and was convicted 5 times, 5 felonies. What did he do in terms of prison? He wasn't even in there 6 days. 6 days in jail for Jussie Smollett. People on January 6th for entering the Capitol, a public building, on January 6th are serving upwards of 22 years in prison. So none of that makes sense. What other story we got? Harvard holds a die-in. Harvard University is holding a die-in where people who are in favor of Palestine, who believe Palestine has the right to exist, they held a die-in where they all lay down and pretend they're dead. And what else? The big story, and also Ken Griffin. If you think that wealth in America is waning, right? There's people, while everybody else is getting poorer and poorer and learning how to live with less resources, like less gas and less, food and water. That's what your politicians are telling you. Politicians are telling you got to conserve resources while they expand on their resources. So this guy Kevin Griffin, he was the owner of Citadel stock, Citadel brokerage firm. And he's building a $1 billion with a big $1 billion mega estate down there in Florida, right about a quarter of a mile away from Trump's Mar-a-Lago. He bought 27 acres. He's been buying every mansion in Palm Beach in the area, all the direct homes around him, buying them up. And he's building the most expensive, most luxurious, most beautiful property in the world, right? He's going to outdo everybody, right, based on property values. Florida is very expensive. He's down there So that's what wealth looks like in America. We got to keep track of it, right? While the income and wealth spread, the difference between the two gets wider and wider, and people have less and less. The people that have more are getting more and more and more. And I think that's important to notice. This is my thumbnail today: Dopey Joe and his statement. Criminal Jussie Smollett walking. Kevin Griffin buying up all these properties down there in Florida, and the die in. We're dying to get in. Right? So Marcus Conte, happy Thursday to you. We're live every morning, Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. We are live. These are real live people here. We got Weevil Girl in the house. We got Vinny DiMartini, our trusted wrenches. Zoot Cooter, Joseph Falzone, David Brown is in the house, William R. Hall up there in Syracuse, reporting that it's a sunny day in Syracuse. It's cold right now here in northeast Pennsylvania, but it's going up to 70 degrees in a little while. Take off the hats, take off the coats, and go bask in the light, right? So we're live every morning. If you miss it, if you'd like to join us, click right here, YouTube, marcusconte.com. You click the YouTube link and it brings you into the live stream, or you could just watch it daily, every day on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, and everywhere else. There is media for you to watch. Right? So let's start off with Joe Biden's ridiculous, obscene, calculated killer comment about. Let's listen.
And I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, got to learn how to shoot straight.
You got to learn how to shoot straight. What a fucking psycho, right? It's like watching John Wayne, right? John Wayne, I'm the president. I got the biggest gun, and I know how to shoot straight. That bomb was supposed to hit the fucking Israelis, and it hit the hospital. A bunch of jerk-offs. You got to kill the right people, motherfucker. That's what
you got to learn how to shoot straight. You know how to shoot straight. You got to learn how to shoot straight. That old thing, got to learn how to shoot straight. And it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function very well. So I don't know all the detail, but I do know the people.
You do know all the details. You're being fucking lied to. You old, stupid, senile idiot. Israel fucking bombed the hospital because there were people in there seeking refuge. There were alleged, Palestinian criminals hiding in the hospital, so they blew the fucking hospital up. That's what happened. Right.
The Defense Department.
He's an idiot. Joe Biden is either so stupid that he believes that, or he's a professional liar. You pick it. But under no circumstances does he believe it. Well, maybe he does. If he believes it, he's stupid. If he, whatever.
At the Defense Department, who I respect, and the intelligence community that I respect, it's highly improbable that Israel did that.
So he's saying that our intel community, our Army and Navy and military that blows things up and then blames the other guy, is saying that there's no way our ally Israel blew up the hospital in Gaza. Of course they did. Of course Israel did it. There's no doubt about it, right? So Biden told reporters Wednesday that Palestinian terrorists have got to learn how to shoot straight. One day after, this is the fog of war. This is what it looks like. You've got old senile men thinking that, looking in the mirror, getting up in the morning, looking in the mirror. He probably has a gun. He stands in front of the mirror and says, "Look at me. I'm the president of the United States, Mom. I wish you could see me now. I'm about to blow up Palestine. It's already a fucking ghetto. It's already a concentration camp. It's already a death camp. look at me, man. That's who's running the world, or Netanyahu, right? These guys are fucking savages, right? So there you go. There's Biden saying, shoot straight, Hamas. Shoot directly at Israel, and let's get the war, the rules of war straight. Jussie Smollett enters rehab following hate crime hoax sentencing. So prior to Jussie Smollett has been free of his 6 felony convictions for making up a horrible hate crime, accusing 2 or 3 or a pack of white guys who tied him up and pissed on him and threw bleach on him and called him the N-word and all this other racial nonsense that he made up. Now he's entering rehab right before his sentencing to show the he's acting. I'm going to show the judge I really mean it. I want to clean myself up. Which he did do, by the way. He did go to rehab prior to his sentencing, within the last year. But look at that. He went 6 days in jail, right? And it wasn't even in jail. It was a mental institution. And then he was free until his case was over. And now he's being sentenced, and he'll probably be sentenced to, time served or to, 2 years probation, going to visit some idiot, some racist black idiot fucking parole officer. Says, hey, Jussie, I love your work, man. I love your fucking movies, man. Something like that. So here's Jussie Smollett walking. Justice for some, not justice for others, right? Heinous hate crime against white people. And he's free. He's free to go, man. Congratulations, Jussie Smollett. Congratulations, all the people that support Jussie Smollett. Harvard students with an S hold, what time is it? Hold die as in dying in, to demand the end of genocide in Gaza. Ooh, you said genocide in Gaza? Who would be doing that? Who would be in charge of the genocide? That's saying that Israel and their supporters, like the U.S., are committing genocide. If Israel is committing genocide and the United States backs Israel 100%, you get the old senile president that flies over there and shakes the Israel president's hand and says, "We are with you." Right? That makes you a terrorist and involved in a genocide. It is genocide. You're killing people based on genetics. They're Palestinian. They can't be trusted. They're animals. Kill them. Kill them in war. Right? So the kids are right. They're right and they're partially right and partially wrong. If you believe that Israel is committing genocide, you're at Harvard in Boston, in the United States of America. Why don't you protest your own country? Why don't you protest your own fucking country? Right? The Harvard group behind the controversial letter that blamed Israel for Hamas's bloody terrorist attack held a die-in Wednesday to protest genocide in Gaza. Hey, look, you gotta stand with these folks, right? No one is saying that the attack on innocent people in Israel at the rave, the thing that kicked it all off, is good. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying it's lovely, but having that have happened, right? It already happened. Your response should be not kill more of them, blow up their hospital, you got 1,500 here. You shoot some rockets into the bowels of Gaza and knock down buildings. You kill another 1,000. You starve them. You cut off their water. No food, no water, no power, right? For weeks, right? Just stretch it out until they fucking, I don't know, what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with no food and no water and no power? Eventually, you're going to leave your safe place and and roam the fucking countryside for something to eat. All right? That's what you're going to do, right? That's what Israel's waiting for. The Harvard, so you got to stand with them, right? There they are. I think there's a video. What's the video? There's a video of here they are, standing up, sitting there they are, laying down on a nice lawn in Boston. Oh, how beautiful. They're in the Boston lawn, and they're pretending to be dead like their fellow Palestinians. They're wearing masks. Well, at least a few of them are. Why are you jerk-offs wearing masks? Why do you have a mask on? Why the mask? They're still wearing masks in college. Well, there it is. I don't want to say it's not much, but it's something. It's something. And what happens when you do something like this? What happens? You can't do this. You can't do this in America and there be no consequences. Of course not. Yeah, Biden, we already talked about him as that old thing. Got to learn how to shoot straight. Got to learn how to shoot straight. So the group, they passed a letter around, and we, the undersigned student organization, hold the Israel regime entirely responsible for all unfolding violence. Yep, Israel and its partners and its friends, right? Can't discount the power of a good network, right? Several CEOs and hedge fund executives have since pledged to not hire anyone who was part of the organization that signed the letter. How about that, right? So CEOs, corporations, if you have this opinion, we're not going to hire you. Right? See how it works? It's censorship. It's, I don't know. Call it. There's a couple of crimes being broken here: freedom of speech, violation of your civil rights to speak up and be heard. So free Palestine demonstrators are chanting. Obama was expected to visit Harvard, and listen to Obama. Listen to the way Obama slick fucking Obama, slicker than Slick Willie Clinton, says Obama was scheduled to attend the launch of a new lab at Harvard Law on Tuesday, but canceled after experiencing COVID-like symptoms. Fucking Barack Obama making that shit up, man. Barack Obama's got no COVID-like symptoms. He's in fucking Hawaii on a surfboard, or he's in Martha's Vineyard, fucking taking in the fall cool. You know, guys are phonies, man. Obama, where's Obama when you need him? 23 minutes till the open. It looks like the market's going to open up. It definitely looks like it's going to open up. Let's find out. Yeah, NASDAQ futures are up 68. Dow futures up 16. S&P 500 up 7 futures. And we're set to open in 7 minutes. We'll have a look. So also as a side story, over 100 migrants deported from U.S. to Venezuela as reparation flights resume. They're deporting people from Venezuela. Why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden Venezuelan refugees? Look at these guys. They're all fucking like, look, old man. They're all, why? Where's the kids? Where's the women? They're only deporting the men? 100 men. Get out. Go back to your communist country, authoritarian socialist country, says the New York Post. They're swabbing them. They're masking them. It's a fucking strange thing, right? The deportation. Should they have been here? Are they allowed to be here? I don't know. In my view, they're going back to a better place. Right? Venezuela is a fucking haven, man. Free gas, better weather. Anyway, man. So I don't know why they did it all of a sudden. They're flying people from Mexico into New York and wherever else they can stick them, immigrants. Giving them hotel accommodations, but they're rounding up Venezuelans and putting them on a plane and sending them back. I wonder why. I wonder what politics are involved there. Right? It's got to be some, right? I don't know. It's a mysterious story. We'll keep following it. So billionaires, Billionaire Row over there in New York City. We have Billionaire Row on 54th Street where all the billionaires live. In Florida as well, they're in Palm Beach. They're competing for the biggest billionaire of all. I stand on top of all other billionaires. I am the supreme billionaire. All right, I gotta watch that fucking ad. You gotta watch that. I think there was a little video clip. Watch in a second. So his name is Ken Griffin, and he's planning to build the most expensive home on earth. A $1 billion mega estate. The estate itself is going to be 8 acres. Could you imagine that? 8-acre home? 8 acres. You know how big that is? That's like a shopping mall. This guy's building a shopping mall for himself to live in. And we're going to keep watching fucking cartoons until we get the video. Oh, man. They push all this garbage on you, right? They found a way to push garbage on you. What the fuck are you trying to sell me right here? What are you trying to sell me, New York Post? I am not paying attention. I will never use your garbage. And we get tacky music. That's what he looks like. That's Ken Griffin, 54 years old. He's buying up all this property down there in West Palm Beach, quarter of a mile away from Trump, his neighbor, a quarter of a mile. Trump's right down the road. This guy owns both sides of the street. He owns the whole property. West Palm Beach, Florida, playground for rich and famous, is no stranger to opulence. What the fuck does that mean, opulence? I just look it up. What does opulence mean? Google opulence. Opulence, great wealth. That's a good word. Opulence. But it seems that billionaire hedge fund manager Ken Griffin is taking luxury living to a whole new level. Griffin, already a prominent figure in the South Side town and a Florida native, is turning heads with his ambitious plans to create the most expensive home, not just in America, but on the planet, right? I mean, it was bound to happen. The guy's worth $54 billion. Why not spend $1 billion on your home? It's not even 5% of your wealth. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't every 50 billionaire have a $1 billion home? Right? Remember when millionaires, my home is worth $1 million. Now they're billionaires. My home, how many people can say their home is worth $1 billion? Ken Griffin's going to be the first, right? That's 1,000 times $1 million, right? That's how wealth has morphed in this country. Once upon a time, not too long ago, $1 million was a big feat. Wow, you amassed $1 million. You're a millionaire. Now it's $1 billion. Billion. It's 1,000 times $1 million. There's 1,000 millions in $1 billion. If you haven't, there's a lot of zeros. So it seems he was a hedge fund manager. Griffin, already a prominent figure, I read that, the enigmatic financer known for his vast wealth and astute investments. As founder and CEO of Citadel, they moved from Chicago to Miami, has made headlines acquiring more than 20 acres. Wow. 20 acres of beach and lakefront property in West Palm Beach. How you doing? Where do you live? You live in a rental somewhere in fucking in the middle of nowhere, right? You come out and you got dogs barking and fucking kids screaming and no pool, no nothing, right? You sit in your one room. Right? Most people are living in their one room. This guy's got fucking $1 billion worth of luxury. What's even more astonishing is that Griffin, 55, has obliterated the existing homes on his sprawling property. Well, what do you want him to do? He's knocking everything down and starting over. He wants the property. The property sits on the beach, right? As time goes on, people knock the old shit down. Billionaires are knocking down those old fucking mansions. Who the hell wants this thing? It's only worth fucking $5 million. Knock it down. Knock that shit down and let's build a real mansion, right? They buy 10 mansions, knock them down, and build a giant mansion, and they preserve the property, right? That land is all ripped. It's all been ripped to shreds, built on, fucking, holes covered. I'm sure they're doing it right, but it's not virgin property, man. It's not virgin sand. Like, other feet have been on that sand there. So it's worthless. Not worthless, but worth less. Griffin, who knows the wealth and enclave of West Palm Beach intimately, is no stranger to grandeur. Listen to this. 27 acres of beachfront real estate, which includes a couple of parcels on the intercoastal waterway. So he's a quarter of a mile from Milagro. 27 acres, right? And it says somewhere in here that his home itself, the Mammoth Mansion, is expected to take up 7.5 acres. Amazing, right? A 7.5 acre. Have you ever been on 1 acre? 1 acre is like the square city block. If you live in a city, it's the square block. If you live in Brooklyn or something, right, it's 1 block, right? This guy's house is going to be 7 blocks in the middle of another 20 acres, right? That's amazing, right? It's got to be. It's going to be like a shopping mall, right? The guy's taking up the whole thing with his house. Right? Probably be like 50 rooms, right? This estate's acreage marks the largest of its kind in Palm Beach, beating Trump's Milagro estate, which is almost 20 acres. Well, I didn't know that. Trump's Milagro is 20 acres. That's a lot of property for Florida, man. Trump's a rich man. Right? And over there in New York, they're trying to say he's poor. Your property isn't worth shit. Well, this guy's property is worth quite some shit, right? It's going to be $1 billion. It's going to drive Trump's fucking property value up. Where is Trump? It's a quarter of a mile. You could see it with the eye. I bet Trump is over here somewhere, man. 20 acres. So that's knocking down the old shit, getting ready to put up the new shit. Right? Knock down the old shit, put up the new shit. Keep the beach clean. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like a big flat. I bet, you know what? They didn't even go for levels. They're making it probably all one level. Maybe that's why it's so sprawling. 8 acres. You can run inside. You can have a track. You can have an indoor track in your house. It's like a quarter of a mile, maybe even a half a mile track in your house. Right? Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's got a track on the roof, right? And a helicopter port. All right, infinite pool that looks like it merges with the ocean and the lake. Super wealth, right? Super wealth. What would it be like to have this kind of wealth, this kind of expenditure? Right? The home will measure over 50,000 square feet. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. The saga began in 2012 when Griffin was buying. He's bought everything around him. Right? This is a theoretical look at a pool. The lawn will have a slew of palm trees surrounding the property. New palm trees, not they weren't born there. The palm trees were imported there. They were planted. They're not natural because everything's been knocked down on this property 25 times already. Griffin worth an estimated $34 billion. $34 billion he's worth, right? And he's spending $1 billion on his home. I can't get angry at the guy, right? The guy's got $34 billion. What do you want him to do with it? What would you like him to do with it? Buy back stock? He's turning it into material wealth. I have a mega home. Fuck you, Saudi Arabia. I know you've got Abu Dhabi and glass towers and a homemade, handmade, man-made island, right? You know, fuck, they got the island over there. All right, but I, Ken Griffey, Citadel fucking monster, have the wealthiest. This is going to start off. I am the wealthiest. I have the biggest house in the world, right? I live in the most expensive, biggest house in the world. This is gonna This is going to start a little envy in the billionaire class. They're going to be like, I heard that Ken Griffey has got there's Bill Gates and some other Soros jerk off talking. Hi, I heard that Ken Griffey is going to build $1 billion home in West Palm Beach. I don't think we can let him have that. He's and Jeff Bezos is on the phone. Yeah, I know what you mean, Bill. I know what you mean, Bill. We got to build bigger, right? Build bigger, build more. Right? So there's a bit of a competitiveness in the billionaire class. I would say that this is going to start. But look at it. Look at all the properties he owns. Right? This is a view of the floor plan. Yeah, it's a lot of property. It's something I've never seen anything like it. Right? He's got these like walkarounds, like these hallways, these glass hallway walkarounds. Right? It's probably you could probably walk all the way around in a beautifully air conditioned facility. Right? If you want to run, you could start here. You do your 3-mile runs, 2 loops around the joint, or you go down on the sand. Right, beautiful. Right? Here's one of the sauna rooms. Right, one of the spa rooms. Right, you come in here, you get your spa on. You get your bubbly water and you get your tug and your pull maybe over there somewhere. Yeah, see, it looks like a shopping mall to me, right? The high ceilings, the glass. It's like, I don't know, it's a little sterile. I'm sure there's more comfortable areas, but the sterile part is, it looks like a resort. That's what it looks like. It looks like a resort for somebody, right? Where you would pay to go to or something. If you're president, Joe Biden's going to stay there. Joe Biden's going to ask Ken Griffin, if I could stay there, man. Hey, man, I'm a little down on my luck. You mind if I'm the president? I could do you a favor. I'll get you something, man. I'll get you a tax break. Just let me stay there for even fucking 5 minutes, just so I can get a photo. What is he talking about? What's Scotty talking about? Yeah, so that's all I got today. Boom, the markets are open. And it's now 9:37. Ding. And NASDAQ, okay. Pulled back a little bit. Dow up 21 points. NASDAQ up 25 points. And S&P 500 up 4. That's hardly a green day. I'm saying it's going to come down a little bit. It looks like it's ticking down already. And we're not even 7 minutes in. NVIDIA is up $1 today to 422. It's been coming down. It came down hard 2 days in a row. Google as well, 139 down, up 41 cents. Everything's green right now. Amazon up 3.5. Meta up $1.67. Microsoft up 4. Tesla, that's the drag right now. There was some kind of report that said electric vehicle demand is going down. Buy. That's bullshit, man. The electric vehicle demand like Tesla and Rivian are only going to go up. Rivian getting hit over that news. Down. Rivion's coming down again, $17 a share. That's becoming attractive. You remember I gave it to you at 14 and went to 25. Went to 28. It doubled. Right? But now we have this tumbling down. Let's look at the 1 day on Rivian. Yeah, see, Rivian, that was the big move up off 14, actually 13.5. It went as low as 12. And then it shot up to as high as 28. It topped at 28. And now we're back at 17. So let that ferment for a while. Let that ferment. Let it come down to fucking 15 again. Great. And then build a base and go right back up. So it might be a buy. I consider Rivian a buy anywhere in this area, anywhere between $11 and $27, because it'll be big. It'll be big down the road. But you always want to buy it on the way up. You don't want to buy it when it's going down, because then you got to fucking sit with that. You got to sit there. You got to sit with it while it goes down, right? So what else is going on with the stock market? Rivian getting slammed. Military industrial complex stock, we have to watch it because there's a war going on right now. Military industrial complex stocks that include, where are they? Oh, here we go. Boeing, up 33 cents. Raytheon up 18 cents, and Lockheed Martin up another 9 cents. All of your military industrial complex stocks this morning are up, all green. If you bought them, you're making money. It looks like it looks like Lockheed Martin is the leader, although down 6 cents at this moment. Just click down 6. Lockheed Martin is, I think, based on the initial run up, Lockheed Martin outperformed all the other war stocks. So I would imagine that Lockheed Martin is the winner there, and will continue to be the winner as they continue to drop bombs on the fucking heads of Gaza. What about the vaccine? The vaccine. I saw kids wearing masks again over there at Harvard. Maybe they're going to bring back the vaccine to quiet down the war talk. Lockdown, lock them down. They're talking about Israel. Lock them down for COVID. Right? Barack Obama has COVID. Right? What a lie. Barack Obama told, right, Harvard students, I can't make it. I have COVID-like symptoms. COVID-like symptoms. He's not even saying he's got COVID. He's like, I got COVID-like symptoms. I can't come. That's the new excuse, right? So if you ever want to not be somewhere, right, and you don't want to insult anybody, Barack Obama just gave you the answer. You say, I have COVID-like symptoms. I can't show up. I can't be there. I don't want to get you sick. It's clever. You got to hand it to Barack Obama. He is clever. I don't know who's smarter, right? Who's more underhanded and devious? Would it be Bill Clinton or Barack Obama? I do think they're in the same category. I think Barack Obama learned from Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. When Barack Obama ran against Hillary Clinton, when Barack Obama won, Bill Clinton became Barack Obama's best friend. And he sat in the White House and he gave him advice. I know you're the president. You're not I wanted my wife to be sitting here, but since you're the president, I'm going to help you. He never offered that to Trump. Of course not. Can't let Trump. You can't side with Trump. Tilray down. Tilray is also down. Tilray, the marijuana leader, alleged in Canada, down $1.97. I'd be honest, I had high hopes for that. I thought it was going to stay up at $3 and $4, but it went up to $3.50 and then came crashing back down to $2. So that rally for a while is over on the meme. That meme rally's over, or it might be a buy possibility right there. Yeah, so. That's all I got today, man. So thank you all for joining me on this Thursday, and have a great weekend. I'll be my weekend starts on Friday. Have a little something planned, a little getaway, a little rest and relaxation, and 70 degrees today in Northeast Pennsylvania. It's going to be 70 and sunny. So today is a summer day. It's a summer day, in my view. Enjoy the home. Peace, everybody.